These two films, The Promised Land and Firebrand, were highly anticipated. They both take place during the Age of Kings, but they're about very different things. The Promised Land is an intelligent and beautiful film about a retired army captain's feud with a local landowner, an abusive bully who has no official authority but causes tragic problems for the army captain. Firebrand is different. It's about the struggle against official tyranny and is the story of Katherine Parr, the last wife of King Henry VIII of England. Everybody already knows the story told in Firebrand. Just briefly, Henry VIII famously terrorized his court and beheaded two of his wives upon ludicrous accusations of sexual misconduct. So Katherine Parr is not only suspect as a powerful woman, she has to tiptoe around a tyrant just to keep her head. She's also a reformer who wants to liberalize the church and is accused of heresy. Both of these films have star power. Alicia Vikander, Oscar winner, stars in Firebrand along with Jude Law. The Promised Land stars Mads Mikkelsen and Amanda Collin. The actors in both movies lock down their characters and prove yet again that actors really are the hub of the wheel in the film industry. I'm giving a bad review here to one of these movies, but it's not because of the actors. Alicia Vikander and Jude Law were forced to work with bad material. And it's so unfortunate because the elevator pitch for the movie Firebrand must have been great. Now, who doesn't know the story of Katherine Parr? Two of her predecessors were beheaded, so she must have lived in terror. Now, these are ambitious, weighty issues, and I looked forward to this film. Imagine my shock while watching the film when I realized this is a journeyman effort. Not an issue I ever imagined I would find. The director lacks cinematic flair, or if he has the flair, it's not on screen. The camera just sits there. It's like watching a docudrama. There's a random scene of a dog shaking itself during a serious moment. Now, obviously, it wandered into the shot by accident, and they didn't bother to reshoot the scene. I was waiting for the movie to get going, and finally there's a raucous scene of the court bursting into song at the dinner table. That scene was energetic, but then, about 15 minutes later, we get another scene exactly like it. If I had to guess, the director or whoever else was in charge said, "Hey, that scene really worked. Let's do it again." The writing is bad. The courtier, Thomas Seymour, who's a reformer as well, says to the Queen, "I'll be leaving because it's so backward at court." Now, the Queen already knows what the court is like, so this isn't really dialogue. The information isn't intended for the Queen, but for the audience. There's a voiceover narration by Princess Elizabeth, who became Queen Elizabeth. She tells the audience that after King Henry's death, his tomb fell into decay and was lost for 100 years. But she couldn't know that. Elizabeth didn't even live to be 100, so she must be narrating from the afterlife. The ending of the film might have been pitched as a daring moment of revisionist history that empowers women. I won't give away the ending, but because of all the problems I mentioned, it didn't seem daring when I watched the film. It just seemed like bad judgment by the filmmakers. Why make an ending that's not historical? Well, why leave in a random scene of a dog shaking itself during a serious moment? Who the heck knows? This is a bad movie. No such problems with The Promised Land. This film contains scenes of women's empowerment as well, but in ways that are believable. Now, all of the protagonists in this movie are marginalized, not just women. The army captain, Ludvig Kahlen, is an illegitimate child. His mother was a servant girl who was raped by the owner of the estate on which she worked. Now, when the captain retires from the army, he goes to the Jutland, which is an uncultivated stretch of land in Denmark, so difficult to farm that it's called a stain on the country. The king has made the land available to anyone who can grow crops. The captain will be given a royal title if he's successful. His neighbor is a sadistic landowner, de Schinkel, who claims to own the Jutland. The captain hires Romani migrants to work the farm, although it's illegal to employ Romani. Now, de Schinkel tortures and murders one of his own indentured servants who had run away and was working for the captain. This scares off the Romani workers. A young girl, Anne Mai, stays behind. And the wife of the murdered man stays as well. Her name is Anne Barbara. She was raped on a regular basis by de Schinkel when she was indentured. She and the captain fall in love, and they treat Anne Mai as their daughter. Because de Schinkel is a psychopathic bully, we know he's not going to just leave them in peace. He has no official authority, but there's no police presence. It's the frontier, a harsh landscape where a person born with nothing, if he survives, can chase a royal title. But by the end of the movie, the captain and Anne Barbara prove they're worthy of far better titles. This film is unforgettable. The director, Nikolai Arcel, has a strong point of view about a time and place in which the unforgiving soil forces society to change, but only to an extent. I strongly recommend this film, The Promised Land, streaming on Hulu. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe.